So, I wanted to share with you guys about an experiment that I've been doing the last 2 days. And even though it's only been 2 days, it's really blown my mind and actually had a huge impression on me. And I wanted to share it with you. This is something anybody can do. And it just has been me not looking at a screen for 2 days. No screen, screen free for 2 days. Except for my job, of course. Yesterday I was working and I did have to work on a computer. But besides that, no screen for 2 days. And I have to tell you, even after the first day, it was kind of mind-blowing for me. And I think most of us are on a screen so much that it might seem like a big deal. It may seem like it's not a big deal. Oh, you weren't on your screen for a day, whatever. It's not a big deal. But actually, in reality, doing it was a big deal, and it felt different. It really felt different. I think we spend so much time in the virtual world now that we almost forget how different it feels to be in the physical world, to be completely present and in the physical world. So, first of all, before I get into that, let me just tell you what my inspiration was for doing this. Last week, I went to get my car washed, and I was sitting outside waiting for my car to be washed, and there was a long bench where everyone was just sitting waiting for their cars. And I was just sitting there, not on my phone, and I look to my left and I see a row of people on my left just looking down at their phone. And I look to my right, and it's a row of people on my right, all of them also looking down at their phone. And I was the only person who wasn't just face down in my phone. And I have to tell you, it didn't feel right. This did not feel normal. Like it does not feel right when everyone is staring at a screen just like this, nonstop. It's really hard to have any kind of human interaction and connection, which is what we need. Humans need connection, human to human connection. And to see every single person in that row on the bench just looking at their phone, basically connecting with their technology, connecting with their phone, and not connecting with people or nature or the world around them, or even like observing the world around them, looking at the sky, looking at the trees, looking at people, just completely engrossed in their phone. It didn't feel right. It did not feel right. So it just inspired me to really want to get off the screen more, even more than I already am. And for me, the evenings have been a problem. I really want to have my evenings free so that I can do creative things and other projects that I want to do. And it's been hard because I've found myself on the screen in the evenings most of the time. And I don't like that. I don't want that to be my life. I have too many other things I want to create and accomplish, and I don't want to be losing those 3 or 4 hours every night after work to basically doing nothing, watching a bunch of stuff I'm not even going to remember in a few days. So that's what inspired me to do this, just a break. I mean, I guess people would call it a screen detox, but I don't know. I don't really like that. I'm just calling it a break from the screen. So on the first day, it wasn't super hard, but I did kept on getting that urge to want to look at YouTube. I don't have social media. I don't like social media, so YouTube is kind of the main thing I would be watching. And I did keep on getting that urge to want to watch something on there, when I was eating lunch, or just like some any kind of downtime, or just wanting to like catch up with creators that I like and seeing what they've been doing, what content they've been creating. And I definitely did feel that impulse to keep on wanting to like pick up my phone or my laptop and watch something. But I just didn't follow that urge to do that. And at the end of the day, when I was thinking over my day, I made a little list of the things that felt different, the things that I noticed. One, my mind felt more clear. I definitely felt more clarity. I felt my mind was calmer. I didn't have as many thoughts. There were not as many thoughts constantly going around in my mind. My mind definitely felt more calm. So more clarity, more calm. I felt a lot more relaxed. I didn't feel as much stress. I didn't feel as much pressure. I just definitely felt a lot more calm and just more relaxed. And my body itself felt more relaxed, like less tension in my body. And I noticed that I felt like I was more present in the moment with myself, and as in more aware of what I was thinking, more aware of what I was feeling, more aware of like what actions I wanted to take, the things I wanted to do, why I wanted to do those things. Just more clear in my contemplation of myself and my motivations for that day. I felt like I was more present with my loved ones throughout the day. I felt like I had I was just more present with them. I felt like I spent more time with them, and I felt like I was able to communicate with them more, and I guess it's hard to think of any other words besides really just being more present with them. I mean, more available on an energetic way. Like my mind was just more in the moment with them, and I was able to observe them more and connect with them more. And that felt really good. That was really nice. I also, this is an interesting one. I felt like I had so much more time in the day. I'm realizing mostly I think people feel that they don't have enough time for things anymore. Like they're constantly rushed, they're constantly anxious, they don't have enough time to do everything that they need. But what I was realizing on day one is that we have so much more time when we're not on the screen. It kind of seems like people don't want to connect as much or take the time to have a conversation with someone, because it's like subconsciously everyone just wants to get home and get on the screen as soon as possible. Everyone just wants to get through what they're doing, to just finish it and go home and just like zone out and get on the screen and look at whatever it is you like to look at and just kind of zone out. But if we're not looking at the screen, then we literally have hours and hours free to do other things that we want to do things that make us happy, that make us feel creative and inspired, and to learn new things, and to connect with nature, and spend time outside and be active and exercise, and whatever it is that you want to do that makes you feel inspired. We do have time for that. We do. If we are not on the phone, if we are not looking at a screen, whatever type of screen that is, even TV, even Netflix, TV, phone, laptop, computer, whatever it is, if we just stop looking at that, we have hours and hours. And I just noticed I was not rushing through the things I didn't really want to be doing, like cooking and dishes and cleaning. I wasn't rushing through that to get it done so that I could get back on the screen and do something. I had a lot more, I felt like I had a lot more time. So I just did things at a much slower pace. And that is what makes the mind feel more calm and more relaxed. Just doing one thing and not doing something while you're listening to a podcast, doing something while you're listening to something. Because in that case, you're actually multitasking, and that does the opposite of calming the mind. That makes the mind feel stressed and anxious and scattered. Because our mind can really only focus on one thing at a time. So if you're doing more than that, your mind is going back and forth constantly, which exhausts the mind. Our mind can only take in so much information at a time. So if you're not listening to anything and you're just focusing on the task that you're doing, it is so much more relaxing and calming, and your mind is just not as tired and overstimulated and worn out. It actually gives your mind and your body and your emotions a chance to recharge, to restore itself, to just go back to that place of calm that's actually inside of us. If we can just start peeling out all the other things that are causing all the noise around us, and we can just get back to the calm that really is inside of us. If we just can simplify everything down and stop with the constant noise of whatever it is we're listening to all the time, it is actually really amazing how calm my mind felt at the end of just day one. And I know that it's normal in our society to be on a screen all the time. It's normal. I mean, everyone does it, right? It's a normal thing. It's part of our society. But I just want to say what is normal is in our society is often not what is healthy. I mean, just look at weight, for example. Look at health, look at weight. I looked this up right before I started making this video, and according to the CDC, 73.6% of people are overweight or obese. So that would be, 73.6, that's the majority, right? That's the majority amount. 73.6% of people are overweight. So that is what would consider be normal in our society. Being overweight or obese would be considered normal, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So it's really important, I think, for us to be looking at not what's normal, but what's healthy, because this isn't the only way. There are a lot of ways in our society that what is normal, what majority of people are doing is not healthy. And so just like with weight, it's the same with screens. What is normal, everyone being on a screen, is not healthy, in my opinion. It's not healthy for us mentally. It's not healthy for us emotionally to be looking at social media all the time. It's not healthy for our body, because then we're not being active. We're sitting, we're laying, we're leading a sedentary lifestyle. And there's just so many, don't even get me started. There's so many things about being on a screen all the time that are not healthy. But especially starting with our mental health, it's just not healthy. So it's something to think about, like, as we go throughout our day. What other things are considered normal, but when you really look at them, you can just see that they're not healthy for us. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I thought this was kind of cool. I actually, at the end of day 1, I actually felt like I was in a different dimension. Not being on a screen all day, it made me feel like I was in another dimension. And I think what that feeling is that when we're on the screen, we're in the virtual dimension. We're not really, our body's in the physical dimension, but our mind is in the virtual dimension. So when you're not in a screen, you're fully here in the physical dimension. You're fully here in your body in the physical dimension. The physical dimension is different than the virtual dimension. So if you're not on a screen, like for a day, then your mind is no longer in that virtual dimension. You're actually in the physical dimension. That doesn't mean you're fully in your body, but if you take the time to be grounded within your body, then you're in the physical dimension. So, I don't want to get too down the rabbit hole, but I will just say that having not spent the day in the virtual dimension, I really felt so much more grounded in the physical dimension, grounded in my body, grounded on the earth. And it was a very very good feeling. It's kind of hard to explain. When you're in the virtual dimension, it's kind of a feeling of disconnection, at least to me. It's kind of a feeling of disconnection because you're completely up in your mental energy. Your mental energy is out here. And then when you're in the physical dimension and you're connected to your body, you're in your body, you're doing physical things, you're moving around, you're connecting with other humans, you're connecting with nature. It's just this feeling of connection. I guess that's what it comes down to. When you're not on a screen, you feel more connected. And when you're in the virtual world, you feel disconnected from this world. So those are my main takeaways from day 1. And I'll share more with you guys, but Today's day 3, and it's kind of amazing. I gotta tell you, it's kind of amazing. It's really having a huge effect on me. And I think you guys should do the experiment too. Just try it out. Try it out for a day. It's only one day. Try it for one day and see if it has any effect on you at all. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.